What's up, Jooba people? In this video I'm going to show you how to 10x your skill in the key of E. How's that for a title? Yeah, check this out. So, if you key of E, you need to know your basic chords, you know. I'm going to show you some of that, but you need to know some basic open chords in the key of E and be able to play in the key of E all over the neck. You know, learn songs like Photograph from Nickelback and Photograph from Ed Sheeran. And also, it will be helpful to know the song Don't Stop Believing. But you don't have to know that to play the song. So to grab the PDF, you have to be a premium member. So you can check that out in the description. All the info will be there. But let me show you some of the things you're going to learn here. So you're going to learn jamming around with your octaves, and you're also going to learn when you're on the A chord to kind of do some cool things. So if you're in the key of E and you play an A chord, you can do some really cool stuff. The third thing we're going to do is inversions. These are what inversions sound like. So this will be a two-part lesson. The first part would be, it's just a teaser. This is basically what I'm doing now. And I'm just going to quickly walk through, and then part two is going to be of the premium lesson where I'm going to walk you in depth into each of the tricks. Okay, so part one, the first trick is to vamp on the A chord. Now, what does this whole diagram mean here? Well, if I'm playing my A chord here on the 7th fret, right, I'm just doing this part here. So that's on frets 7 and 6, okay, so the green. But when I go to move this whole shape up 2 frets to this shape here, then I get this A with a sharp 11 in, which sounds, and these notes, you can think of them being borrowed from the B chord, right? So I'm going, and I'm moving it up just to add some tension inside the chord, and then I can resolve that tension by going to another A chord here on frets 11 and 9, sorry, 11 and 9. So I've got here the green is like a normal A, and then it's kind of like a funky A, and I'm moving it up to the A. Okay, so that's kind of the thing here. Okay, so you can use this diagram to kind of move all over the neck within the A chord, just to add some motion. Second thing that we're going to explore is inversions. So this is E over G sharp. If you've learned Crash Into Me by Dave Matthews, this is the chord that's very prominent in the song. So if you're playing C sharp minor, and you go to E over G sharp to an A, it sounds really nice. It's just a nice chord to bridge between two chords. C sharp minor, or E over G sharp to an A. And you can use the same thing, A/C sharp, to a B/D sharp, to an E, C sharp minor, E over B. This is just like another type of inversion. Okay, and the next thing that we're going to do are octaves. Now, if you're playing an E chord, which you often do in the key of E, then you can play around with these octave shapes using your pinky and your index finger and muting the D string. You can move this up from the 2nd fret to the 4th fret, C sharp, to D sharp, to E. You'll see some of the notes will have more tension than others. If you start on the 7th fret, it will be an E, so no tension. But if you go down to the D sharp, you some non-chord, non-diatonic notes like D. C, D, G, kind of changes the whole vibe of the song. So that's something cool you could do with octaves. Okay, see you in part 2, premium members.